Welcome to the channel. So today I'm making a really basic pizza dough recipe to test out our latest pizza oven. But this recipe is really quick, it takes less than 2 hours to produce, and it's absolutely delicious. If I'm planning ahead, I will normally start what's called a poolish the day before and make the actual pizza dough. So that turns into almost like a 24-hour exercise. So I always have this recipe just for those times when I fancy starting the pizza oven but haven't really planned to do so. So this will take about 2 hours to produce. It takes between an hour and a half and 2 hours for the pizza oven to actually come up to temperature anyway, so that's ideal. So I'm going to put a list of ingredients at the end of the video, but as usual we'll have a look at those ingredients now and any other equipment that we're going to need for this recipe. So the ingredients for this basic pizza dough recipe: I've got 500 grams of 00 flour. A strong bread flour will do perfectly well. I've got 475 millilitres of lukewarm water. That sounds quite exact, but you never know with making dough. You might need a little bit more than that, might need a little bit less. What we're looking for is just a slightly tacky dough. I'm going to be using about 4 tablespoons of extra virgin olive oil. I've got 14 grams of easy bake quick yeast. So this is 2 7-gram sachets of easy bake yeast. I'm going to need 1 teaspoon of salt. First thing to do is to mix our dry ingredients first. So in goes the yeast, mix that in first. Then in with the salt. Next thing we want to do is add our 4 tablespoons of oil. I'm going to be using the handle of the spoon to mix that in, just so that we don't get a big clump of dough on the actual face of the spoon itself. And we start with the water. So when I'm making a pizza dough that I've planned on making with the poolish, I'll normally add the flour to the water, but this is just a really quick and easy way to do this. So as I said, we want to mix in enough water so we get just a slightly tacky dough, and then once we get to that, I'll then use my hand and I'm going to be kneading this dough for about 5 minutes. So that's our dough made. As I said, just slightly tacky, a little bit uncomfortable to work with. Next thing to do, take our bowl again, just add a little bit of oil into the bowl. Just to stop the dough from sticking. A nice shape. So I'm going to cover this now with cling film or food wrap and leave for about 45 minutes at room temperature. Okay, so that's our pizza dough, doubled in size over that 45 minutes. Next thing to do is I'm actually going to split this now into 3 equal parts. So I'll split the dough into 3. I've got a tray, lightly oiled the base with extra virgin olive oil. Next thing to do is I'm just shaping the dough. So basically I've just started to fold the dough in around the sides, and take your forefinger and thumb, and I'm just starting to feed the dough up while I'm squeezing my forefinger and thumb together to create some nice surface tension. on the dough ball. I'm going to cover this now with cling film or food wrap and leave again for about 45 minutes, and then we'll be ready to make the pizzas. Right, so this is what the pizza dough looks like after 45 minutes. Next thing to do is I'm going to take each individual piece, shape it into a pizza base, obviously put some tomato sauce and a few bits and pieces on top and get it straight into the oven. I'm not going to show you how to shape the pizza dough because I am dreadful at doing that. I will be doing a video on me practicing using 3 YouTube video techniques. I've been given lots of good suggestions from people on the Malat Facebook group on which videos to watch, so I will do a video on that to see if I can improve over a maybe 2 or 3 hour period and video obviously my efforts at the end of that 3 hour period, so watch out for that video on the Malat YouTube cookery channel. So as I said, I'm going to be shaping these now and then we'll get them in the oven. Just show you the actual oven. So this is the oven that I made a few days ago from scrap pieces of building material with our spam tin chimney, which looks like it's doing really well. Been building that fire for about 35 to 40 minutes. Should be more than hot enough now. So I can't wait to see whether it does actually cook a pizza. So pizza ready to go in, let's see what happens. Pizza's cooking quite nicely in there. A lot slower than it would do in a conventional pizza oven, but still doing well. So there you go, basic pizza dough recipe, but absolutely fantastic, and I'm amazed how well this particular homemade pizza oven has performed. Really pleased about that. I'm going to be developing this design further because it does need further development, and those developments will be put on the Man Cave Projects channel, which is my DIY channel. I'll put a link in the description below this video to that channel, so please check the channel out and subscribe. Thank you very much for watching.